All right, hello, and welcome to the first official stream here. I ran a stream last week actually on this channel, and it was more of a test stream, and realized as soon as I ended the stream that I did not have VODs going up on the channel, so that stream kind of got lost in the wind as soon as I ended it. It's perfectly okay, we didn't really miss much. I didn't really go over too much in that one, so I wanted to make this the first official stream. VOD should be going up as well, so we should be able to rewatch this, hopefully. So, fingers crossed. So basically today the plan is, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be recreating heavy metal, metalcore, you know, hardcore, however you want to classify the music. I don't care. There's a million different ways people go about it. But the point is to say that we're going to be recreating these songs instrumentally. And today's song is going to be A for Andrew by Attack Attack. Last week we did Chelsea Grin, The Human Condition. Again, I didn't really explain much. It was just kind of a quick run through, so we didn't really miss much. But today we're going to be doing A for Andrew. I actually had a vocalist ask me if I could do this song for him, so we're going to be doing him on vocals for the song as well. It'll be great. That'll be fun. So hopefully we can get this project nearly done in one session. That would be great. I know there's a lot of bends in this guitar, so that could be a fun little project to work through, but otherwise we're going to see what we can do. And so basically, we'll go through the process here. Actually, first things first, I really wanted to showcase the fact that I just released my first song on the SoundCloud. It's also available on YouTube. It's really the only two places I had to post it. But it is live. It is simply a clip more so. It's like the back half of Mystery Wall by IC Stars. It's a little instrumental remake. It is now publicly available, so you can go listen to it, and should be available for download. I'll probably set that up right after the stream so you can download it and use it if you're a vocalist and want to use it for a vocal cover or anything of that sort. If you're a musician and just want to play along to the instrumental, anything of that sort, you can grab the download and use it, and that'll be great. So yeah, I just wanted to showcase that real quick. Then we can come into our trusty little Ableton, and yeah, we'll start the process. So actually, I might turn a fan on. I just hope it's not loud enough to hear on the mic. We're going to find out. I don't see it. Hey, thank you, Headgear. I appreciate the follow. All right, so I think we're in the clear. It is already hot. So, okay. First things first, we're going to come into our little MIDI file pack. Yeah, I got a lot of songs. I've done quite a few already. I'm going to be releasing a lot of them, so I figured why not start streaming it as far as building more of a catalog. But I do have quite a handful of songs I'm going to be releasing that are already done. You could see the list and stuff as well. So yeah, make sure to keep a lookout for those. But as far as this idea, we're basically just taking guitar profiles of these songs so that we can basically just take the MIDI out of the guitar profile and then have the MIDI of the song, and then just basically reprogram all of that MIDI into, you know, something different. So first things first, biggest thing that we have to do is when we drag this MIDI over, it's going to ask us, do we want to import the time signature and tempo data? Yes, absolutely yes, because if you don't, that's not a good start. As you can imagine, these songs are supposed to be set up for the sake of how the project is laid out, so if you don't do that, you're gonna be in trouble. I found that out the hard way, like the first project I tried. I was like, what the heck is this? So yeah, lesson learned. Now you don't have to learn that lesson the hard way. So yeah, song tempo. For some reason, my thing is weirdly defaulted to 137.14. I don't ask questions. I just, you know, apparently this song is just simply at 120. So just to make it even easier, we can just get rid of that altogether. There we go. So we can see we got the little whistle part that starts the song, which I guess is in 5/4 timing. Interesting. And then, yeah, otherwise we're just going to match all of these to the appropriate instrument. First we got Andrew, drums, bring those over. Johnny Frank, left guitar, Andrew, right guitar, and then bass. And there we go. Alright, so now we've got our things attributed to the correct things. I just like to color coordinate. I'm very picky about that kind of stuff. And then as we can see, we also have Caleb's part from, assuming, the whistle and then maybe synth. I'm not sure. I don't actually even know if there's synth in here. I know this song, but I don't know this song. So, we'll see. But I'm kind of interested if we could find a whistle for this part. So we'll see. So next thing I like to do is guitar profiles always come with these MIDI programs or whatever you want to call this. So I just get rid of all of it. I just don't like it. I do it myself, so I don't need it. So I just get rid of it real quick so I don't have to deal with it. Kind of a pain in the neck. It's just very monotonous. You just click and delete, click and delete, click and delete. The only thing I would keep is pitch bends, obviously, because that is something I do need. Otherwise, everything else goes away. And then we will be using modulation for the guitar plugin that we use, which I'll explain in depth later. But modulation and pitch bending are really the only two things. Maybe channel pressure as well, which I'll explain again. But that's pretty much it. So the bass, just everything. And then after all of this, we're done. And then we can actually start. None of this is the fun part. I can definitely assure you that. Okay. So we'll go whistle, make it vocal color. I guess we'll just make this for synth. And there we go. Okay. So guess I'll go through and explain kind of what I already have set up, because I like to have the default setup with everything I need, so I don't have to go through all this every single time. I think it makes sense. But basically, here we have obviously our drums. I use a program called Superior Drummer. I've been using this for quite a few years now. I've had it for quite a long time. I'm just using the default kit standardly, but then there's an expansion pack of Joey Sturgis that I use for a drum kit. And then I just kind of fine-tune this drum kit. I actually can preemptively do some things that I always do to the kit right away. Just kind of fixing the decay of the snare and then adding a little bit more clickiness to the kick. I always like to do this right away because it's just something that sticks out to me. So we'll make the snare a little louder, and right off the bat, and then we're kind of set up there with drums. And basically all I have besides the kit, of course, is just a multiband compression going through the drum kit, which a little bit unnecessary, I'm sure, but it sounds good. But then what I do is go through all these cymbals and rework them and then bring them into a cymbal rack that I have here. As you can see, I have it set up with cymbals that I use as resamples, and so that is our little drum kit, remade drum kit, if you will. So this part kind of stinks because you just got to listen to all these. Okay. Look at that, it's the same one. Amazing. China. Oh wait. There we go. Ta-da! As you can tell, I've used this for quite a few years. So I just kind of know where everything is. I know that's wrong. Goes there. There's our snare. And we've got more cymbals. Left crash. There we go. And we've got toms here. Just raise the volume. And then, okay, that's not too bad. I think these are just hi-hats. Yep. Ta-da! And then I believe this is a pedal. Yep. Alright. There it is. Ta-da! We're done. Okay. So that's the drums, and then all I do is just copy that over, and now it's the cymbals. And it's as simple as that for me. But again, I'm basically just taking the same cymbal hits and then resampling them in an audio effect rack that's just patched the same way that Superior Drummer's routed, so all these cymbals relate to the same cymbal as it would up here. So hopefully that's not that confusing. But yeah, basically I just have like resampled cymbals as a cymbal kit, and then this will just essentially be our kick, snare, and our toms, which will sound much nicer when we can actually affect them that way. And then yeah, and so now we've got our drums, and let's take a listen. I can already tell something that drives me nuts. So one thing about this is that obviously these are guitar profiles, which kind of essentially means that guitarists usually make them, which is fine, but guitarists aren't drummers, is I guess the nicest way I can put that. So I'll admit I can't play guitar, so I'm not crapping on guitarists. Guitarists don't know how to play drums, and so you get kicks and snares on top of each other, and it sounds foul because you're not supposed to do it, really. So I'm that guy that will literally go through and make sure we don't do that because it sounds bad. And like I said, most guitarists will do it anyway because they don't care or they just assume it's okay, but I don't think it is. I don't like dealing with it when I'm mixing my drums, so I just like to get rid of it. Also, these overlaps aren't a problem. It's just anything that strikes on the same note as a snare, that's the problem. So just kind of going through, I mean, this isn't too bad. I've done this so many times now, it's kind of quick. But still not fun. Still not fun at all. But it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like I said, the beginning process of all of these are very painstakingly slow and boring, but eventually you get going and it's a lot more fun. I'm just gonna get rid of that one instead. That. Alright, hopefully we're done. Hopefully. I spoke way too soon. Like I said, I promise this definitely becomes more fun as time goes on. It's just a matter of setting all these projects up so that we can have a good flow to our actual process. Not be bogged down by crap like this. So, we're done. Okay, there we go. Done. Now we can listen to our drums. Also, let's save. Or not. Uh-oh. Okay, just kind of wanted to make sure we were good. Also, Matt, I agree. I mean, who puts kicks and snares together? You don't do that. That's like quite literally rule number one of drums when you're recording, at least. If you're playing and you play kicks and snares, it's totally excusable. I mean, you're playing live. You're not expected to hesitate your kicks. But if you're recording, it's something you have to at least get rid of. You know, you don't put them there. You don't leave them there. Gotta make space. But okay, drums are sounding good. Drums are sounding the way they should, at least. So that's part number one. Part number two, I want to make this whistle because this could be fun, and I'm not going to go crazy on it. I I gotta admit, I'm trying to think of where I'm gonna find one. I feel like Kontakt could be my answer, but I also feel like Kontakt's gonna take forever to look through. So let's see what we get. Like, could I do like a flute? I'm trying to think, what would it even be? I don't know. What is a vintage? Let's see. I feel like that was a stupid idea. Why did I think that? See, like, I feel like you could do like a... maybe. Probably not. Let's see. Let's see. Man, I feel like they're, like... Nope. I don't think there's gonna be one. Honestly, I was just looking more so for, like, vocals. There really basically is nothing. Let's see what an Irish flute sounds like. Sounds great. Am I stuck in a... I mean, it's kind of what I expected it to be. But, fuck. Alright, hold on. That was funny. So, I doubt there's a whistle. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got. I mean, it's not horrible. We're getting in the right area. I don't know what the heck is this, okay, wow. Let's just keep looking. Holy fuck, no. That's fucking almost exact. Holy crap. Let's go. That's a W. That sounded eerily close, man. Also, yes, correct. Fucking toms and snares, perfectly fine. You could do toms and snares all day. And, like, kicks with that is kind of understandable, because you're usually kind of articulating the snare like you're not hitting it full force with the kick. That's the problem, is you're hitting your snare full force, you're hitting your kick full force. It's two big things at once. It don't work. But otherwise, it can. But not for this sake. Let's see how this sounds again. Bro, that's fucking crazy. It is panned very weird, though. It's like all the way to the left. Let's just maybe 25. How's that sound? Alright, what do we got here? I don't like how the top three are so light and then the bottom three are so loud. How do I get these to go down? There we go. I just wanted to balance that out. This thing needs to go up though, boy. Okay. Now I believe we're gonna have to do this. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Ableton, why you do this to me? Okay. So I just gotta drop it. Otherwise the notes don't register. So there we go. How about that? Okay, so it sounds like we got a lot of work to do with these pinches, bends. I don't know why I said pinches. Bends. These are gonna suck. But otherwise, we'll work through it. Also, bass has got a Jeebus. That's a low tune boy. Okay, bring it up. Not gonna lie, I don't even know if I need this. Oops. Don't mind this EQ, by the way. Don't look at this. Everybody turn your head away. It's an ugly EQ, but it sounds good. So that's honestly the goal here. Whatever sounds good, right? We want a little bit of that scrapiness. I like that little picky scratch of a bass. I feel like it's a nice tone. But yeah, otherwise that's a nice beefy bass, so we're good. Okay, so as you can tell, obviously anything palm muted we're going to have to automate through modulation, as I was explaining before. So anything that's palm muted isn't palm muted right now, so we'll have to go through that and figure those out. And then, yeah, otherwise drums are pretty much already set where they're going to be. We'll go through note by note afterwards. But yeah, otherwise I guess I could go through what else we have here in the drums. We have a snare reverb, basically just a big old smack of a snare drowned in reverb, and then I have like a side chaining trigger here through MIDI, so that anytime the snare hits I can kind of side chain this snare so it doesn't conflict, but then throws the reverb out afterwards. So that's that. Of course, we got a reverse crash cymbal here just for, you know, sweeping effects. And then, of course, we have a nice fat sub drop, nice little 808. Thing is massive. I bought this thing like 10 years ago from a Joey Sturgis website. It was like $2, and it was well worth the $2. I still use it today, so good looks. But yeah, so those are kind of the things I come pre-equipped with, as far as just having a reverb snare, a reverse crash, and an 808 ready. And then otherwise, of course, we just went through the bass here. I'll explain kind of what I have. So basically what I'm using is a guitar plugin and then just pitching it down a whole octave so it becomes kind of like a bass tone instead of a guitar. Pretty straightforward, but I can get rid of kind of everything else I have. Just kind of sounds like a pretty simple bass when you pitch it down. Then I kind of just use this to emphasize the nice bass tone of the guitar, because again, it is an actual guitar. It is not a bass. So then I kind of, yeah, added this as a like actual bass rack. Guitar rig is something I have through Kontakt 5. I've had it for, again, a lot of years, and used to use it when I recorded an actual live bass. This was kind of like a setup I used. So kind of just went back to it, and it sounded really good, and it beefed the hell out of the bass, so I was happy. And then we had a compressor, and we add some OTT to get more of the like buzziness to the bass. And then that's basically that. That's our little bass. Sounds pretty good. So yeah, drums and bass pretty much done for what they are. As long as all the notes are good, that's all you got to do. Simple as that. Also, sorry, I'm like slow to chat. It's like way above my head, so I'm just checking now. What do we got? Exactly. Never embrace music theory. Fuck that. Music has no rules. It does have theory that you should probably follow, but you know, I mean, come on. Find your own way, I guess. Yeah, some of the things I do, literally someone would look at me like, why? But again, it's one of those, if it sounds good, it makes sense to me. So, you know, kind of what we're going with here. But also, side note with what you said, kick and snare in tear out, I understand. If anything, I feel like, ironically enough, in that style of music, it's crucial. If you don't have a snare and a kick layer, it does feel like it's missing something. So like it makes, like, I don't know how to explain it, because like in that sense they do mix around that, because you're not even really mixing drums for drums, you're mixing drums as like a snare and a kick. That's basically how you're mixing your drums, whereas like this is a full kit. So you kind of have to pay respect to cymbals and toms and just a lot of different things, and your snare is much more focused in a way. Like, I don't know how to put it, but I do agree that you can easily get away with putting a kick and a snare in like electronic music and stuff of that sort. But when you're a drummer, you kind of like know that that doesn't sound good. It like noticeably sounds off. But otherwise, yeah. And also, I see boosting sub 100%. No, no, I'm not sure what you mean, boosting sub 100%. If anything, I'm lowering the hell out of this. I got it down 3, down 12. Like, this bass is massive. So, and this 808 is also massive, but we keep that. But yeah, otherwise, now we can... Actually, I was going to show these together. But otherwise, we can start getting into the guitar, which is kind of the fun part. Let's get out of the intro for once. I said that and I went right back to the same riff. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. What the hell was that? Oh, it's a flam. Ah, see, again, this is what I'm talking about. But this is fair enough, I guess. Because I don't know if Guitar Pro has a flam button. I don't think that made sense. A flam note. Flam button. Hit the flam button. But yeah, that's not a flam, my friend. This is. Watch this. A, up 2, boom, there's your flam. Ta-da! Immediately, it doesn't sound like we're having a stroke while playing the drums. Which is kind of usually the goal. You kind of want to sound like you're a coherent person when you're playing, so... Glad we sorted that out. That wasn't mean, right? Oh, also, I see what you're saying. With the EQ going on in this bass, yeah, it's. I just figured as much rumble as I can get out of the bass, because it's kind of the only thing that fills that space. The guitars don't really cover the sub area, and my kicks kind of do, but they kind of punch it. They don't like settle or fill that space, I guess. So. I was like, yeah, as much rumble and low end as I can push out of this bass guitar, let's just do it. And then as much rattle as I can get through the OTT, we'll do that. And that's pretty much the setup. But yeah, otherwise, let's get into some guitars. I really hate that we're going to have to do these pitch bends, so let's see what we could do. Let's get into it. Why not? Also, I hate that we're starting on the whistle, so let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay, show all. Go to modulation. So I can basically guarantee that these are palm muted. Kind of just get a sense that anytime there's open chugs or dissonance, it's probably meant to be palm muted. Although I could be wrong, honestly. We'll find out. But let's see if we can get these pitch bends. They didn't even bother to try. That's the sad part. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I've done this before and it's worked, and I've done this before and it don't work at all. So we'll see. Yep. Nope. That's what I'm saying. It's like I have no fucking clue how to play guitar. I'm just gonna be totally upfront about it. I have no clue how to play guitar. Like very little at least. Like very, very little. So the idea of this is gonna be difficult, but that's the point of being here. So I mean, we're kind of I kind of see it going in the area. Anything, I think it goes down. Okay, see, this is what I was afraid of. It's gonna sound like crap. Let's see. Let's see. If anything, I think I'm going to have to add more kind of aftertouch, which is kind of like a vibrato, like a finger, I don't know. You kind of wiggle your finger on the string, whatever you want to call that. And let's see if we could add some like emphasis to these notes, because I feel like pitch bending them is just going to make them sound wrong. Whoops, that was not right. Okay. Now it's the fun part of copy paste. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I think those notes are supposed to be open. Ironically enough. Okay. So a couple of things that I just know I'm gonna do here. One is this, because we technically don't have the vocals, we're gonna use a crash. Ta-da! Okay, that's gotta go way down. There we go. Do that. Fade it in. Boom. Look at that. Simple. Okay. Next, big snare. Because I know this song's just like mixed insanely. Like it's really good, but there's just like huge snares and the bass is really chunky and just, you know, really full mix. So we're gonna go crazy. Alright, so that's good. Next we set up this little guy. Do that. Copy and paste. Greatest tool. Okay. I want to add a reverse snare. Why not, right? Alrighty. And of course, this can go right here as well. Nice fat 808 to start. Still gotta fix that friggin' note, but we'll get there. Otherwise, sounding good starting. So you remember when I said I could just automatically hear it? It sticks out like a sore freaking thumb. I could just hear that I missed a couple there. That cymbal right here. What the heck? It's supposed to be a choke. There we go. There you go. Ta-da! Oy. Ah, boy. Automation is fun. Now you know why we shortcut. Alright, another reverse snare. Boom. Oop. There we go. Quick and easy. And then there we go. I was going to say this should be the piano. Which we can just grab real quick, throw a little delay on it, and bada bing, bada boom. Piano, piano. Very nice. Don't even need the delay. All of these sound so funny. All right. Is there another one of these? Jeez. Thought I already fixed that. Alright, now I'm going to try to throw a phaser on this. Let's try an auto filter. Or not. Hello? 2 words, right. So we do a little peak, 24. Let's see what we get. Look at that! It's almost like the same thing. Okay, so show all parameters, auto filter, filter frequency. I don't get it. Hello? Where? Oh, there. Right. Just have it go up, and then let's turn this on and off. Have it trigger there. Okay, and then we do this. Whoa, that's crazy, dude. Okay, so got the little phaser. That part's good. And a little 808. And I know there's actually quite a few here, so. Isn't it like octaves that they ended on? I didn't think it was a single note. Is it? Let's see. What if we did this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's right. I think what they did was split the guitars so that both of them played the opposite. Good enough, whatever. Get rid of this weird open note. Okay. Let's see these two little notes right here, little chugs. I gotcha. Okay. Now I gotta do more snares. Actually, let's see. Hell yeah. Okay. So now let's take a listen. The tail end of the last block is lower. Are you talking to... I almost said, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You're talking about this part? Like this very last? Are you in the same boat as me, feeling like that was wrong? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a chord. So I just did octaves because, you know, that's something. But I know that part was wrong. They like played it single note. Otherwise, yeah. Here we go. What do we got? That's what we got. This part. Let me see something. Kinda. We're getting there. Like, that's just like a little too exaggerated. I just realized, alright, hold on. That's realistic, I gotta do it like this. Kind of like make them all unique, I guess, maybe? Let's see. Have a little cross pan going on here. It's all, whoa. Not holding shift. The only thing is I kind of wish... Also, I just realized I had like an overlay of the list of the music that I had, like projects that I have. I didn't realize it was like kind of cutting off my plugins and stuff. Just like didn't realize that myself till just now. So kind of apologize for that. I'll just take that down. Don't have to worry about that again. But yeah, hopefully it didn't block out too much. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. But otherwise, I have to admit, we're looking pretty darn good on here. Just kind of minor things I'm going through. Other than these pitch bend things, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Alright, so I think we're going to take a quick break, just a quick break, and I just want to actually give a good listen through of the original version of the song, but I don't want to do it on stream. I'm not trying to be the asshole that plays copyrighted versions of the song. I'm not trying to do that in order just to reference it, but I want to make sure if anything stands out or I can pick up on anything, I can make those changes real quick, because otherwise, as we can hear, it's sounding pretty good. Maybe some tiny bit more work on the guitars, which I actually think I know what I'm going to do. Otherwise, bass is great, drums sound good, I'm happy with the effects and stuff that we have. Yeah, the whistle's good, the piano's good, so not too much more work, maybe a little bit more EQ and stuff. And yeah, just like I said, I want to reference the original, make sure everything's clean and on point, and otherwise we'll be pretty much done with this. And then, like I said, I had a vocalist that wanted to throw vocals on this, so when we get that done, we'll hopefully be releasing it. And then, of course, obviously the instrumental will go up as well. Anybody can grab that. And I have more versions of songs with vocals that we'll be releasing as well. So, of course, keep an eye out. And otherwise, yeah, like I said, I think we'll be right back. Maybe a couple minutes. And then hopefully we'll have this song ready to go. Completely done and on point. Otherwise, be right back. So funny thing, I didn't realize that was my song that I had playing during the break, and yes, that's like an unreleased, unknown track that I've worked on, so cool little thing I guess you get to hear. Just like an interlude track that I made, featuring a Trader's vocal track kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, I listened to the song, a couple things. I did realize I was right, these are chugged. So that's the first thing we can immediately do. There's a couple things about the the guitars that I noticed that need to be changed, but I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about doing it. I'm not going to lie, because it's kind of like the way that they kind of like scrape the guitar. What am I doing wrong? Well, what the hell? Why is this on such a weird note? Okay. So yeah, those are supposed to be. Next thing I want to do, there's a breakdown. Not here. This one. Okay, so let's see. We're going to make this a lead, and then we're going to copy these to both guitars so they both play this breakdown. Okay. And then we're going to pitch bend these because they kind of have like a pitch bend a little bit inside of them, or at least in the original it sounded like. So we're going to kind of pitch them a little bit. Also, this lead guitar is always kind of harsh, so okay. Maybe like this. A little more than that. Okay. Let's go with that. Okay, and then whoa, horsey. So next thing is just delete all this, because I'm pretty sure it rings out a note like over top that just kind of sits over this all the way until this part. So My God, this is gonna be so obnoxious. All right, there we go. I'm going to make it an A. And we're also going to add unlimited sustain. Or maybe we won't. Hello? There we go. Why is there so much, oh, like why is there so much movement on here? Okay. Delete that and then delete these. Okay. And then around here I'm going to look for feedback. I don't know where it is. Feedback? Is there no... Hello? Oh, I don't have this on. There we go. Okay. So bring it down. Those fucking losers out of chat. All right. Do. We're looking good. We're getting there. Alrighty. Trying to think of what more there was. Oh yeah. So this is the part that I was talking about with the scrape guitar. So it's basically like a open and then chugs, but I don't know. Because they don't really just hit the open, it kind of like fades into the hit. I don't know how to explain it. But I caught that at least. But again, we're gonna see if we can maybe try this. I have an idea. I just don't know if it's the right one. We're gonna find out. Okay, so first let's fix that. First and first, mostly. So again, I don't... So what it would be is kind of like an open note that's like faded in, I suppose. But I don't know if I can really do this to the point that I'm trying to. Let's see. It's like kind of like that. I mean, that kind of is it. That was kind of what I meant as far as feeling like I'm missing a note. Alright, so we know the idea. We just got to do it again. So again, it's a little obnoxious, but whatever works, right? Okay, so this is the part that stinks, though, is I got to figure this out. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. And then I might as well just copy paste. Da, 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 da. Holy Christ, what the hell just happened? I don't know if that just came through the stream. I would imagine it had to have. Holy Christ, everything just blew out. That was crazy. Everything just went like insane sub for a second. My bad if it did. Not my intention. Okay. And then this is the same part, right? Yep, okay. So can we... Alright, hold on. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Gonna get rid of the feedback. I also want to check the pitch bends. Excuse me. Also, there was something. This. Just want those a little tighter. You know, I know the bass is going to be annoying. There we go. There we go. I just wanted those to be a little tighter, and a little nicer. So yeah, there we go. Now I want to fix the reverb to this. Also, actually, hold on. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Let's check this. We're gonna try to do this delicately. Very delicately. I want more of the top notes and not the bottom. Okay. Now I want to do something kind of cool just to do something, I guess, you know? I might just be lazy. Let's do it in Serum. No, we're not sound designing, but we're still going to do something fun. Do that, we do that. Actually, we do that. Oh, I gotta send it there. I was like, where is it? Okay. Okay. I don't know if I want that decay. I guess I could just do this, right? I was gonna say, I don't know if I want that much decay throwing past the intro, though. Let's see what this does. Let's just hear it flat again. Just realized this. There's always something you missed. All right. Where was I? Oh, here. All right. I really want to add a reverse snare to that drum roll. So yeah. Just gonna shoop. There we go. Hey Krishna, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're doing well. Also, if you want, that is a list of all the projects I've pretty much worked on so far. So anything there is pretty much available either to, I guess, be listened to or maybe touched up. You could do a little bit of work on any of the projects in that list. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Also, sorry, this is a song A for Andrew by Attack. I had a vocalist request me to do this song for them so they could do a vocal cover over it, so we're trying to get that done for them. That is our mission for today's stream. I'll admit we're pretty much there. Gotta admit, we're nearly done, I'm gonna assume. Still a little bit, but appreciate it. I'm going to try to use this, but sometimes it can break my computer, so we'll see. We'll see if we get something good. Also, I apologize if I tease parts where like it's getting good and then I just completely stop. Anytime I hear something, I just immediately stop and drop what I'm doing to put it in. I'm really happy with those little guitar things. They're not perfect, but they're good enough. I'm happy. It's close enough there, you know? Alrighty. One thing I wish I could get out of this whistle is like more of a breath. Let's see if we could layer it. Why not? With like a flute. Get some more like breath sound out of it, and more of a toot, if you will. Let's see what else whistles. Holy shit. No, no, no. No, no, no. Alright, flute it is. Let's try. I'm looking for like a wooden flute. Pan flute? Okay. kind of what I wanted there. Yeah. Ooh, we got some options. Let's see. That's what I want right there. Toot, toot, toot. What is this one? What the fuck is that? What does that have to do with the flute? Now that's what I wanted right there. Just layer it in. Good enough. It's like barely there. Unless you just watched me do it, you wouldn't even know it's there. So, perfect. Just a little bit more of a toot. Also, yeah, you can certainly ask that. I was going over that earlier, actually. The drums were like the very beginning of the stream, going over this. But I use a program called Superior Drummer. Been using this for quite a few years myself as a drummer. Back when I used to record with my band, I used to use this just to, you know, write drums and do all that. So I've been sticking with this program for quite a few years. I just use the standard kit that it comes with. I think if you just purchase this plugin, it just comes with this New York avatar. But then I bought an extension or expansion pack kit, if you will, from Joey Sturgis, a producer, probably like the big producer of this music and these bands. Actually, I think he produced this album. So yeah, it was just, you know, he was the go-to guy back then. So again, like I said, my 808 that I use, this sub drop that I have here is a Joey Sturgis sample. That's just something I got a few years ago from him. And then this is a drum kit that I use. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, actually no, it's not. I was gonna say I actually have a pack here we go, combined Joey Sturgis pack, and you can see it came with 5 different presets. I always use this Prisoner one just because this snare is, that snare is mental. That snare is just insane, absolutely insane. And I got this like 6-7 years ago at least. So, I mean, this is still holding up now. So I love this kit. Obviously, you got to kind of mix it to your desire. Like, I've gone through these and completely gated out the toms to get rid of, like, a huge amount of the, like, sub-throw that just, like, you know, waffles in the mix. But, yeah, after... Whoops. Got too happy. But, yeah, that's all I use is just the snares, the toms, and the kick. All the cymbals. The cymbals are okay, but I like the articulation on the cymbals, but I just feel like these resamples are just cleaner. So what I do then is take the MIDI out of Superior Drummer and just copy and paste it to a cymbal rack that I have in Ableton. The cool thing with Ableton, just make like an audio effect rack, just load in a bunch of samples, and then it converts it to like MIDI notes. And these are, as you can see, labeled all of my cymbals. So it's just kind of like one-shots. I guess that doesn't work. But yeah, it's just like one-shots of all my cymbals. This was like the big one. What do you call it? Let's see. You're not kidding. Making drums sound good, it takes years, man. It took, well, it doesn't take years, but it takes a lot of effort and work is the point. I've been doing it 4 years, and I don't know how to correctly say that. Not for 4 years the number, but just I've been doing it for a long time. And I've just tweaked ever so slightly through things over the years. I used to make drum covers of like electronic music, rap songs, anything that didn't really have a drum kit to it. I would like put a drum kit over it and like have fun with that. So it's just like I've been doing this for quite a few years with the drums themselves. So I've kind of tweaked enough where I've found my go-to remedy of, you know, how to make a good sounding kit for myself. I usually just try to make it sound as close to what my kit in real life sounded like, you know. Maybe a little bit more beefed up, but you know what I'm saying? I just always tried to follow the guideline that I used when I played drums and just tried to tweak as close as I could get it, and kind of where I am now. So, but you're not kidding. And as far as buying these, the cymbals are also another Joey Sturgis thing. Go figure. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Let me see where it is. Shoulder City. So it was called Shoulder City. It was another Joey Sturgis sample pack. It had nothing to do with Superior Drummer or anything. It was just standalone raw files. As far as you could see, like raw, and then you had like normalized, like kind of mixed. And then I just went through a bunch of these, and I don't know if you could even hear that. I don't think you could hear that, but I just went through a bunch of these and just found like my signature hit of each one, you know, each crash and all that. But what's funny is this is actually the Emmure sample pack. So Shoulder City relates to the Emmure Speaker of the Dead album drum cymbal kit, if you will. The guy, the drummer that used that cymbal kit, that's what it's based around. That's what it's recorded as. That's what it's sampled off of, which is funny because Emmure's drummer is lefty, which I'm pretty sure he's lefty, which is wild. There's not a lot of lefty drummers, so everything's kind of like ass backwards cymbal wise, because again he plays backwards to what I would play. So his cymbals are kind of like put in the weird stereo width because they're backwards kind of thing. So I've kind of finagled with that and fixed that as well. And then of course I have my China that I use because it had to be a Zildjian Oriental Trash China. It's the only China I settle for. Again, I went to play it like you can hear it. But yeah, I've always loved this China. It's just so good, so crisp. That was actually a sample I just Googled and found. I think I might have even just stole it from a YouTube sample or something. Same with the Zilbells, you know, just YouTube Zilbell, watch somebody sample, hit it, and then just pick the best one. That's all it is. Add a little reverb to it and you're good to go. So yeah, cymbals are Emmure from Joey Sturgis, Shoulder City, and then the drum kit is Joey Sturgis combined preset packs. Again, I'm not sure if either of those things are still available. I got them almost nearly 8 to 10 years ago, so I've been sitting on them for a while. So I'm not entirely sure if they're still wildly available on the website. I don't know if you can maybe find like a link buried somewhere that it's still available. He probably has new stuff that honestly is probably even better. So you're never wrong with Joey Sturgis, in my opinion. Dude's the GOAT. Guy just knows how to do what we're all trying to do, you know. But yeah, like I said, I use a lot of his stuff. And yeah, I actually even have like guitar amps of his, bunch of stuff. But yeah, I don't actually use his guitars. For guitars, I use a plugin here. I can show you real quick. Heavier 7 strings, fantastic plugin. This thing is awesome. As you can literally hear the guitars, I mean, they're beastie. So as you can see, it's kind of I believe it's C standard, or again, I'm not great with guitars, but I believe it's tuned to a C standard with like a low A, and then you could tune it to a drop A. Again, some songs that are recorded in a drop A tuning won't actually register until you hit that drop A button. Like this song was the same thing. Here, I could even show you, just unequipped it. Like you can hear that bottom note's not being played now. So you just drop it, boom, good to go, you know. But yeah, this plugin's awesome. Like I said, right out of the box, you got so many effects and so many different things to mess around with. I mean, you've got tons of effects, tons of cabs and heads and stuff. So really, really, really solid plugin. You can literally just about do anything on here. As you can see, I just have a bunch of stuff already set up on these. But these things are nuts. Like, these guitars are so nice. I love this plugin. I would recommend it 100 times over. So yeah. And again, I don't know how to play guitar almost at all. I can play very, very minor, small, stupid little things. That's about it. And yet, this program lets me write guitar like I know what I'm doing. So, as long as you know music theory enough to understand a piano roll and like music theory of keys and scales, stuff of that sort, this plugin's awesome. You know, like I said. So that's the one I'm using for this. I also use it for my bass, as I explained before. I just pitch it down an octave and it, you know, sounds like a bass. Simple as that. But yeah, glad to help anytime. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're doing here. I'm just trying to teach myself how to make my music sound as good as the music that I loved back in the day and stuff. So that's why I'm going through it, just going back to my roots of why I got involved in music to begin with, and just trying to teach myself the way they went about doing it so I can learn from that experience. And anybody that can learn from my experience as well along the ride, that's a plus, you know, a win-win for everybody. So I'm always here to help. Anything I can pass on, I'm totally here to do so. But yeah, like I said, I have another guitar that is an 8-string, but it is a bit, it's a bit janky. Not janky, it's ironically a bit genty, but it's almost got too much twang in the guitar, in my opinion. It doesn't have enough, I don't want to use the term I was going to use, like enough girth. It just doesn't have enough to it, enough body to the guitar. It just doesn't sound full, so I don't really use it unless I'm literally making a song that has an 8-string guitar in it. And then I try to work as best as I can, so, you know. Also, I appreciate the tidbit. I was just reading about the plugin M4L. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I have honestly, I have so many gain knob things. I have a lot of plugins. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have a lot of stuff. But yeah, I always love something new, something different, right? So yeah, I'll check that out. If it's only $3, that ain't bad. But yeah, I use G-Clip. G-Clip's, it's great actually, but I feel like it's better for like electronic, like heavier electronic music than it is necessarily what I'm doing. I don't necessarily need to push the guitars much more, honestly. I was just being a dick. But yeah, otherwise, I'm feeling good about this. I think we can consider this just about ready to go. I'll probably, once the stream is done, more than likely go through things like, I like to adjust the cymbals, make sure every single drum cymbal is like the exact drum cymbal it's supposed to be between a left crash and a right crash. I'm like that particular about it, so I need to listen like in reference to the actual song alongside of it. I don't want to do that on stream and get in trouble for it, obviously, or cause any problem. So I'll probably do that off stream, make sure this thing's completely on point. But otherwise, I think we've done a very good job. I'll admit, I was worried about this song. I knew it would probably come out decent, but I wasn't sure if it would be perfect. I mean, it's still not perfect, but I'm happy with where it is. I'm happy with this whole stream, I guess, if you could say, this whole process. So we'll listen to it real quick again, and then we might just bounce it down, get it ready, and then call it a stream. I might even showcase like another track, maybe show something else. Also, yeah, feel free to send the link. But yeah, I might showcase like another project or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to load a whole project. I might just show a little clip or something. But yeah, we'll listen to something fun. Like I said, I just released my first instrumental cover on SoundCloud. Excuse me, on SoundCloud and on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, Euthanize, of course, just look it up. It was an IC Stars cover. So yeah, if you want to check that out, feel free. And let's take a listen. Alright. I don't know what it is. It's gonna bother me until I know it, but I absolutely hate how I can hear this now. Let's see if we could just drown the shit out of it. Alright, well now it's just not there. Good enough. Thanks for the link, appreciate it. Makes it even easier. Also, sorry, it's just on the music. Wait a second, hold up. So does that plugin make it so that there's like a volume bar inside of the file, and I can just like raise or lower the volume just right here, just like doot on individual files? Because if you just sent me that, I will be forever in your debt, because Pro Tools allows you to do that to individual clips. I mean, this does too, but you got to do it through here. And Pro Tools allows you to do that, and you're right, it's so much quicker, it's so much easier. So if that's what that does, where it just gives me the ability to just pull down some volume, that would be great. Just save me a bit of time. Oh man, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that then. That's so cool. That was something I didn't know I needed, but I know exactly what it does, and I know I could use it. So thank you. Appreciate it. We both share knowledge. How about that? That's so funny. As soon as I looked at it, I was like, wait a second. I know exactly what this is doing. This is Pro Tools in Ableton. I love it. Thank you. All right, let's repeat back. Hell yeah. Like I said, I think that was good. Honestly, I'm not even going to think about it. Head empty, no thought. Just boom. Immediately bounce it. Let's get it done. Like I said, I'm probably going to go through and correct that a little bit more. Also, thank you again for that plugin. I was literally buying it while we were listening to that. I'm going to download and install it right after I get off. So again, thank you for that. That was awesome. and what do you call it? Like I said, we're going to make sure every detail about it. Again, I like to make sure the drums are spot on. That's one thing I know I can get right. You know, the guitars, you know, here and there. You know, besides those pitch bends, I feel like we did really well. I feel like the guitar sounds good, so I'm happy with that. And like I said, I'll just make sure everything's on point. Everything is exact the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to send it to the vocalist, and we're going to get some vocals on this cover. It's going to become a whole-on project. I'll even probably stream myself doing the process of the vocals and stuff too, so we can get back into this song. So that'll be cool. And yeah, like I said, that'll be it for this song, I guess, on this stream. Like I said, I think I'm going to show what plugins we're using. So for, I guess we'll give a quick rundown real quick. For drums, we've got Superior Drummer, and then a cymbal rack that I just have of resampled cymbals. Guitars and also the bass are being used by a guitar plugin called Heavier 7 Strings. It's obviously a 7-string guitar emulation. So here we go. Plugins. We've got guitar, 7-string guitar. That was just the worst thing I've ever heard in my life, so I'm sorry, but but that's the guitar plugin. That's literally a drummer picking up a guitar and being like, hey, what does this do? So yeah, that's the guitar plugin we're using. Drums, boom. We got Superior Drummer. Like I said, we're using a Joey Sturgis expansion pack preset kit, all that good stuff. Then we're using a preset sample pack, and that is what we're working with drums, guitar, and bass. And then honestly, I just have like a bunch of synth programs that I use. I like Nexus because it's just straight to the point. It's got a lot of good sounds. Don't really have to do a ton of work for them. Because again, we're not really trying to recreate these sounds. We're just looking for a sound that mimics the same thing. So, you know, just a simple piano. Simple, easy. And yeah, that's basically the whole instrumentation plugin wise. I mean, again, we have plenty of more stuff as far as the mix, but kind of just common things, reverb, EQ, simple things. So yeah, and that is that. And like I said, I think for what I'm gonna do now is actually showcase this new release that we just put out. So I just released this today. It is up on SoundCloud. It's also up on YouTube if you want to search it. There's a little video to it. Have fun watching it, you know, whatever. But yeah, so we've got this here. I want to listen to it, but I'll also admit I'm not sure what do you call it? I'm not sure if this is going to come through. I don't think it will. It will not. All right, let's see. See if we can do this on here real quick. Let's see what we got. If we did that and then this, look at that, boom. All right, we're good as gold. So I guess if you want to say this is the next song, it's technically the first song I ever did for this idea, hence why it's not even a full song. It's just the back half of Mystery Wall, but it's going to be the first clip we just posted. I might even release another clip really soon just to keep more songs coming out. Everything else I've done is a full instrumental. It's not just a little clip, it's the full thing, so don't worry. But yeah, I figured we could listen to this together. Like I said, this is available on SoundCloud. It's also available on YouTube if you want to check them out, if you want to follow. There will be more music coming. I have a ton of it posted privately, so hey, if anybody wants to hear it, literally anywhere on social media you can find me, you want to message me, I'll literally let you listen to the whole catalog. I don't mind. But yeah, we're going to be working on getting all that out, and of course streaming more songs to add to the list. So I have about 30 that I'm sitting on, so this is number 1, and then we'll just continue to put more out there as time goes on. But yeah, we'll give this a listen, and then that'll wrap up the stream. Again, I appreciate anybody stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe learned something if you were trying to. And yeah, definitely feel free to follow for more. I'm going to be doing these a lot more often. So we're going to be doing more songs. If you have any suggestions, I believe there should be a suggestion on my page. If you want to drop a suggestion for a song or even just a band you want to see me do, feel free to suggest something. We'll get working on it. For any vocalists that want to do one for a vocal cover, again, feel free to hit me up. And yeah, otherwise, hope you enjoyed. Hope you're doing well, I suppose. And let's take a listen to this little clip we got here. Yes, sir. So like I said, that song is now posted. So if you want to check that out, feel free. And otherwise, like I said, I think that'll be it for today's stream, sadly. Just the one song for now. Like I said, I want to actually get this done for the vocalist, so I want to do the rest of what I need to do off stream and get that done. I might even just come back tomorrow and do another stream tomorrow, just do another song. I'm not sure what I'm feeling. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or have something you want to see me work on, feel free to let me know. Obviously, I'll have to hope that there's a decent file out there for it to actually do it, you know. But we'll work with what we got, and we'll see what we got. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them below. And I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you follow for more or catch another stream, and hope to see you again. And otherwise, take care. And yeah, that's it. Fuck you. Peace.